You are listening to
Milagro, baby. Milagro Grams. International Nino. Mia. Nigga Millie.
My sister MILAGRO GRAMZ is in the building.
I love Mob Radio.
Millie from Mob Radio.
Mia.
Because
Me, you, and Milagro.
How you know about Milagros?
How you guys? It is Monday, October 6th. God bless you. Babe, I'm trying to finish this watermelon. It is so good. Yes, we are. So I hope that y'all are doing well this morning. I hope that your Monday, I was going to say I hope that it doesn't feel like a Monday, but if you get up with the mindset that it's a good day, Monday doesn't have to be a drag. Like when you go into Monday saying, damn, it's Monday, it don't have no hope of being a positive day, bitch. You done counted it out. So I'm trying to be optimistic, y'all. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So, people, we got donations, and I'm so excited about this week's performer. Are y'all ready? Young Thug. Yeah! It's them little legs. Baby. Young Thug has been looking like Oscar Prode everywhere he goes. And child, their stomach and everything else. He said Mariah and dumped his ass. Gunna just announced a world tour. Child, it's a mess. It is a fucking mess. So, God bless everyone involved. Thank you. I was really, really excited to book him. Now, I don't know what the fuck going on here, but if you need a peppermint, child, look down. Why is he throwing the peppermints like that? Trying to be funny? What y'all think this shit a joke? He trying to be funny? He mad at somebody or they breath smell that fucking bad? What is going on? Why he acting like this a fucking baseball game or something? They said peppermints to the face. Child, Grandma B then came back with a black eye. I can't fuck with it. Now you guys, sometimes you just gotta let shit out. You gotta express yourself, and you won't always understand what your mind is going through in comparison to your heart and shit like that. Sometimes you're conflicted amongst yourself. That's what Kendrick Lamar said on that song. I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence, whatever the fuck. So sometimes you gotta let it out, and sometimes you ain't gonna understand. So there's this clip that when I see it, baby, I have to share it. It's that important. Y'all.
And a Jefferson County high school teacher has now received the longest suspension on record for calling a student the N-word.
Get away from the door, nigga. And I repeated the same insult because that's sort of what I've been trained to do. Why is this word used so frequently? So I just don't understand it, and I'm trying to understand it. I need help. Yes, I use nigga. I've used it. I admit it. I put the H on it to emphasize it's nigga. That, you know, nigga this, nigga please, nigga. Can you lend a nigga a pencil?
And a Jefferson County high school teacher has now received the longest suspension on record for calling a student the N-word.
Child, by the time he get to Can you lend a nigga a pencil? I can't even stop myself. Nigga. Can you lend a nigga a pencil? Bitch. Yes, the Boondocks did reenact that whole situation. And child, when I say that shit is a mess, the truth is stranger than fiction. I'm not lying. Whew. Okay. Listen. It's time for a life lesson. Fuck the bullshit and all that kiki shit. What I'm about to tell you is something that you can keep with you for the rest of your life. Okay. If you ever hear a nigga talking like this, baby, it is time to go home.
I bet you on everything I love, you can't get nail nigga to try me in the city. Cause I am not playing, I bet you.
Bitch, let me tell you something. When people start feeling like the Incredible Hulk, pack it up. Time to go. I bet you I can. I bet you I can find somebody in this whole city, one hoe, to beat the fuck out of you. Bitch, how much you wanna bet? Child, please. Child police, okay? Now, I would like to extend prayers. I hope you guys join in with me because Colorado head coach Deion Sanders has revealed that he may be dealing with more blood clots. He said that his leg has been in pain, blood has not been circulating, and he believes that that's exactly what it is, and that is terrible. He's already been through so much. So I really do hate to hear that, and I hope that he gets some type of relief soon and that they get rid of him.
I think I got more blood clots. Cat's out the bag, all right? I think I got more blood clots, man. It don't make sense. I'm hurting like crazy. I got the doctor's appointment Monday to see what time it is. So that's what's going on. I'm not getting blood to my leg. That's why my leg is throbbing. I'm sorry to get that out, but thank you for noticing.
Okay. So that is what he said. Hopefully, that's not what it is. You know, a blood clot can travel and kill you like that instantly. So, like I said, praying for him and his family. I hope that, like I said, that's not the case, but if it is, that he gets treatment and that it's dealt with. So I think that it's a terrible situation. Child, God bless him. It's been one thing after another, right? So last week, I did not come outside on the day of because I just felt like, child, what is this? You know, I can't get jiggy with this shit. I was waiting on Diddy's verdict, but the whole case to me was a shit show. I don't know how the fuck you charge one person in a goddamn RICO and multiple people get up and tell you wasn't nobody forced to do nothing and other people were complicit. Other people were picking and paying and da-da-da-da-da-da. And he the only one that's supposed to have to, you know, sit up and pay for it. I think that, you know, that blame needs to be divided more evenly amongst these different people. Regardless, did I feel like Diddy needed to go to prison? Ultimately, yes. Diddy has done so many different things over the course of his life. So, yeah, that's easy peasy. Are you going to catch me saying free Diddy? No. You're just not going to catch me saying anything. Because based on the sentence he got, child, his ass might be getting out next week. I ain't say shit. Is Diddy gonna get out? I think this whole I'm a changed man shit is an act. You don't sit up and live your life that way the whole time. Bitch, you 50-something years old. You've been a deviant your whole motherfucking life. And then you just changed. I think through God, anything is possible. But do I think God over there around Diddy? I don't know what the hell going on over there. So did y'all hear about what they say happened when he got sentenced to the 4 years, which to a lot of people was a slap on the wrist? If Diddy would have got the 11 years, bitch, the internet would have exploded. It's so unfortunate that people sit up and wait for negative things to happen to people and feel like, yeah, because once they said 4 years, everybody tuned the fuck out. I feel like the interest just went kaput and everybody went on about their business. So, child, they say when Diddy heard that he had been sentenced to 4 years, and some change, they say he dropped down to his knees and put his ass in the air. Okay. You guys, take a look right here on your screen. That is Diddy. They say that's all he knew how to do. They said he retreated back to, I guess, what was most comforting to him at a time of distress. So, this is the sketch. This is the official sketch. And so, that's what happened with that. Now, how long will he have to actually serve? That is the big question. Well, this big black man that practices law, he said the following.
In the federal system, he must serve 85% of his sentence provided he behaves. So, do some simple math. He was sentenced today by the judge to 50 months. 50. He must serve 85% of that. If you want to do the math at home, 50 times 0.85 comes up to be 42.5 months. Let's assume he has served 12.5 months. 12.5 minus 42.5 gets us to the 30-month threshold. That's what he is going to serve. There are 12 months in a year. 12 plus 12 is 24. Leaves us 6 left. That's 2.5 years. That's realistically what he's going to have to serve. 2, I know the defense team did a press conference at the end and they're very upset about that sentence. I don't think they are. I think they are patting themselves on the back because they did a damn good job. And here's why I say that. The probation department made the decision, and it wasn't just their decision, it was based upon the sentencing guideline, that the sentencing guideline range set out for Mr. Combs was 70 to 87 months. That is a level 27 on the sentencing guideline chart. That guideline chart is advisory, but judges usually go with it. They can go up if they feel as there is reason to go upward, or they can go down if they feel that there is sufficient mitigation. His team spent the entire day and the entire time since trial sending the court mitigation to convince them to go down. We've had a lot of sentencing, and judges rarely go below that sentencing guideline range unless there's a good reason. His defense team did an amazing job showing good reason, showing that there is something salvageable inside of this person, showing mitigation inside of this person, showing he has no criminal record. They did a good job. Whether you like it or not, they did. And as a result, the judge went down 6 levels. I don't want to say it's unheard of, but that's a big deal. He went from a level 27 to a level 21, and that's where the judge came up with the 50 months, the time that he sentenced him to. That's a big deal. His defense team did a good job. I guarantee you who ain't happy is the government right now. They ain't happy about what happened. So that's what we're looking at. That's what's going on. That's the math. If you want to tell your friends, you can say, no, this is what he's actually looking at. Take that.
So you heard what he said. And that's not including any little programs and shit like that. You know, maybe child getting out, going to a halfway house or some shit like that. Y'all talking about probation. So, child, we'll see. Now, Diddy was allegedly booked for a speaking engagement. Was that indicative of the industry opening its arms to him? I didn't even figure out what kind of fucking appearance it was supposed to be because it got shot down and they downplayed it. He said that it was supposed to be something more philanthropic than like an appearance or a celebration or a party or something like that. Do y'all feel like Diddy would be able to go into the same spaces or get love from his peers in the industry? Or do you think that he would get out and retreat? Because I feel like Diddy could do that time and be out before everybody knows it. You be then blinked and this nigga be staring at you through the window. I think that enough people are afraid of him to smile for the picture and going about their business. I think the parties and maybe going back to his house and kicking it with him and doing music with him and shit like that, maybe that's over with. But people being around him and answering the phone and shit like that, yeah, I think so. Now, you guys, these people talk, and you realize that you do not like they ass and that they're stupid, like literal morons. And so Killer Mike, you might listen to his music, maybe you don't, but you may listen to his music and feel like, you know what, I could probably like this guy. He seems to be intelligent. He seems to have a good head on his shoulders. You know, he's promoted his relationship. So there are some people that feel like, okay, he's cool. Child, don't let the sweet taste fool you, bitch. He didn't set up here in an interview with Shannon Sharp, big ass. Why the fuck he still got a show, child? So anyway, he didn't set up here and said that he was cheating on his wife, and she pulled up to the house he was at where he was fucking with another woman, pulled a gun on him, and said that if you cheat on me again, I'm gonna kill you. So that is how he ended up becoming monogamous. And yes, this was a stripper. So this is how he became monogamous after he was threatened by the woman that he's married to now. What a beautiful love story.
Had too much fun at the girl spot one time, and I got out of there, man. I got a call. Hey, man, maybe you should come back, man. We should run around too. I was like, well, I am trying to get some cardio in. I lose some weight. And man, I got a call when I got in that door. Say, man, you don't bring your ass out that girl house right now. I'm gonna kill both of y'all. I said, what? Man, get out of here. Stop playing, man. I ain't even over there, man. You just seen my truck. Man, I looked out there. My wife had my gun in that driveway pointing at me. I was like, okay. Damn. I was like, Henry. And the good fellas, I woke up like, hey. I got in that truck, man. I scooted on. Like, she said, I ain't never seen your fat ass run so fast in my life. You know, being monogamous got a lot easier after that. I done had too much fun at the girl spot.
Okay, so you heard what he said. I was just, I was really looking at it like, bitch, it's ridiculous what people settle for. It's ridiculous what people fool themselves into believing they deserve this type of treatment. Like, no, that's not the relationship you want. Somebody that's afraid of you, he's afraid to go and do something because you might finally snap because he done hurt you so many times. He's broken your trust and betrayed you so many times that you might really, really, really take his life. So he's going to cheat better, basically, because he doesn't sound like a man who, you know, stopped because he wanted to. And let me go ahead and give you this gem. If someone is not doing something, anything in this world, because it was their choice, there is going to come a point where either them feelings going to change, even if they don't act on it, where them feelings going to change, just going to breed some type of resentment, or somebody's going to buck the system and just do it any fucking way. You can't stop somebody from doing what the fuck they want to do. That's just that. So you may have a period of time, bitch, you can have 5 years straight of a nigga not doing anything, and then, bitch, because he been a cheater and his ass ain't changed, bitch, on year 5, he done went and fuck somebody. That's what he was going to do anyway. If you got to do all that, you need to leave that nigga. So they said it was mentioned years ago that they have a relatively open relationship. He asks and then tells her before he does it now. Do I think that your level of attractiveness should determine if you can have that type of relationship? No, because the parameters of your relationship are set by you and your partner. But when I listen to the spit forming in the corners of Killer Mike's mouth, when I look at him close up, you know, and I see the shirt laying upon his breast like this and his belly and stuff like that, I just immediately feel like, you know, you're asking for a lot. Okay? There's a lot going on. So, like I said, I'm not saying you have to look a certain way, but you at least you could. Like, if you're going to have the nerve. I don't know. Do y'all remember that we had talked about the Braxtons because Tony Braxton was talking in third person and hopped up on Tamar and it was getting a little spicy at the table? Child. Well, Ashley, the young lady at the center of that particular controversy, child, she done made a video looking like she in a cave in Afghanistan. I said, child, I'm glad we didn't already found Osama bin Laden because your monkey ass would have been a goner. What are you? Baby, it was black up under her eyes. Her hair looked disheveled. I was looking around for a newspaper. I said, is she tied to the fucking chair? What is going on? No, for real. It's a mess. So apparently, per this video, her sister is gone. As in gone girl. As in dead. Okay. There's some implication that the family is covering up how and why she died. Tony, what the hell going on over there?
About domestic violence. I want to speak about domestic abuse. I want to speak about abandonment. I want to speak about, you know, people not believing you. I still want to talk about these on the stage. I also just feel like I want to avenge my sister's passing, and just I felt so bad the way.
Okay, no. I have a problem. You getting up here talking about avenge. It's dirt under your fingernails. You scratching your face. It's dark under your eyes. You look stressed. Girl, they gonna be done locked your ass up in a padded room. What the fuck do you mean avenge? You ain't no fucking superhero. What the fuck are you talking about? Child.
Everything played out with her and her death. The fact that first somebody said that she passed away from a heart condition, complete lie. My sister passed away from drug use. we all know that my sister was doing drugs.
Okay, are you doing drugs? What you got going on? She looking all up in the ceiling and shit.
But there was a reason why she was doing drugs. And so the fact that no one was able to like look at this girl and have compassion for her and understand why she was doing, I just felt like my sister's death was just so like, meh. Nobody cares. It's better to let her rest in peace than to look in the mirror and understand how she got there or why she got there. And I'm a contributing part to all of it. I've already said that I wasn't there for her. I wasn't speaking to her before she passed away. I've had to deal with that. I've had to face it. I've had to confront it. I've had to do my own therapy to forgive with my father. Like, I'm still not allowed to talk about it. And it's just not a part of my life anymore. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to say what happened to me. It's not a lie. I don't want to hold on or carry someone else's weight that I've been carrying on my back, that I've had to go to therapy for, to learn how to release. And now I don't want it on me anymore. I don't want to continue it. It's so heavy. Everyone's load. I don't want anything from anybody from all of this. I'm not looking for an apology. I'm not looking for like, let's make it better. It has nothing to do with me anymore. It's not my battle anymore, but it's also not my secret anymore. It's just not my secret to hold. I'm very happy that Tamar is supporting me and that I get to speak about domestic violence.
So, she appears to be troubled. I will say that. So my heart does go out to her. Could something have happened to her and her sister? Of course it could have. Of course. It happens all the time. I mean, people are hurt every day, unfortunately. So I don't know. I just find myself a little confused about what it is that she wants to do, what the end goal is, and what she wants to present to the public. And then next, if you don't need anything, why does the public need to be privy to your truth? I feel like people have a right to speak about their life experience. Everybody has a perspective, so your perspective is not the perspective, because we all look at things differently. As long as you're not telling outright lies, you can really take in, and receive something differently than somebody else who was right there with you. So I think that the problem that a lot of people have is that one person's perspective is not theirs, and they feel like they're being lied on, or they don't like the way that someone else's truth, resonates with others. They don't like the impression that it leaves, etc., etc. So that's the one hiccup. But I do think that everyone should have a right to express themselves and talk about their pain, their trauma, and everything else. But once again, why does the public need to know that? You're not a public figure. I'm not aware of any businesses you have that would need you to be in the forefront and da-da-da-da-da. So why would the public need to know about whatever it is that you're hinting at? Saying you're going to talk about what happened to you. And then what is this about your daddy? And you said you can't talk about it. What the hell is going on? So I'm a little concerned. I don't know. And then they didn't already threaten to take legal action before when these subjects were approached. And she's up in the ante bringing up a dead sister. So I just feel like, girl, are you ready to say everything that you got to say and then be running from these people that's about to try to put you in the psych ward? Because I feel like that's what's going to happen. I'm just really, really, really confused about what's going on over here. And the terrible thing is, if this is or isn't true, it affects the legacy that Toni Braxton has built. And imagine working your whole life for your family to be remembered as one that was tied into anything that people would consider sinister, any type of deviant behavior, anything that had anything to do with sexual assault, and especially in our community. When Michael Jackson got accused of different things, when LaToya came out and said different things about what the daddy had allegedly done, that has plagued their family forever. A lot of people consider the Jacksons to be weird. They make a lot of little comments. They feel like Michael Jackson might have been on something. Like, people, they do that. So I could see why Toni Braxton wouldn't want this type of shit being brought to the forefront, because, bitch, she done worked all this time for her to not be on reality TV, and that to be like the last thing that people remember, and it could take a life of its own with the way that shit goes now. So I don't know. I just don't understand why baby girl gotta make it a big public spectacle. But once again, she can do what she wanna do. I see someone saying, I'ma love Toni forever. Her family is no different from others to me. Let me say this. I love Toni Braxton's music, but I do not know that woman. I'm a fan of Toni Braxton. But if I find out anything that leads me to believe that she looked the other way in any capacity to cover for any type of abuse, babe, that's not someone that I could sit up and continue to be like, oh yeah, I just love me some Toni Braxton. No. But to your point, it would take something drastic like that to make me form some type of opinion, because they are like any other family. You understand? So I understand what I feel like you mean, and to that point, like, okay. Because I wouldn't just take what one person said and be like, child, fuck Toni Braxton. I don't know what happened. You probably have a family member that beat and said some off the wall shit about you or talk down on you, unfortunately. So you just really never know. Child, praying for the family, praying for her combs and brushes. Girl, you need to go wash that shit, blow dry that shit, put that shit in that ponytail. You need to go lay down. Bitches need to go lay down. So, Jocelyn Hernandez, she has her cabaret back up and running. So, child, she talking to these girls like they ain't shit. And the public is upset again. Why the fuck are you turning on something, knowing the way that she communicates with these women and allowing yourself to be rage baited? You know what you signed up for. I don't watch Jocelyn's cabaret because, listen, what the fuck I look like? What the fuck is, I'm not watching that shit. And damn sure ain't paying to watch that shit. If that's your cup of tea, go ahead. Because it's some shit I get into that you probably don't like. But I'm not paying to watch Jocelyn's cabaret. So when people called themselves being upset about the way that she was speaking to the ladies, Jocelyn came and gave a statement. What I'm going to do is let you listen to the way she was talking to them. I'm not going to put it on the screen because of copyright. I still might get copyrighted, but I'm going to try. And then I'm going to read her tweets to you. And then I'm going to talk to you about it. Okay?
You know why? Y'all say to me. I would never fight none of y'all. Y'all nothing to me. Y'all my y'all broke. Y'all don't own a house. Y'all don't own nothing. Y'all don't own no land. Y'all don't own no intellectual property. Y'all don't own no music. There's nothing y'all own. Why would I get in the field with y'all bummy keep disrespecting me,
crazy.
talking to me any type of way. Y'all got me up. I don't give all y'all sleep tonight. I start again tomorrow. I'm going to deal with the girls that are down for the cabaret, that are not going to disrespect me, that are going to be there for the cabaret. And if I feel like you got an attitude and you're disrespectful and you don't know how to shut up, I don't want you around.
So that is what Jocelyn said. In a tweet, Jocelyn said, I will never, ever, ever, ever give y'all hoes that satisfaction. Bitch, bye. Go get your own show and then run it how you like. Until then, bitch, shut your fucking slut mouth. I will get all new hoes every chance again. This has always been about Jocelyn's Cabaret, not you sluts. Get with the program or you are gone. Bye-bye. Ciao. And then somebody said, speaking to grown-ass women this way is wild. Some of these ladies, if not all, are mothers. I wish that you respected them more. Jocelyn said, oh, I wish I can grow to speak to them better, but trust me, they will eat me, fuck my man, take my show, do my shows, be me, take my name, literally everything I worked for. Not all of them, but most of them. And unfortunately for them, that will never happen. Hashtag Jocelyn's Cabaret Cali. Okay, so it's time for us to have a talk, all right? You guys, there are some realities that we have to face in this world. We don't have to like it. But like Tupac said, I just live in this world. I ain't make it. So it's not right, but it's okay. In the words of the late, great Whitney Elizabeth Houston. Rest in peace to Nippy. So there are some women in this world who understand who they are, their self-worth, and they move about this world with their head held high, okay? There are some women who should, walk that same walk, but they don't because they don't believe in themselves. So it's not that God sent you here worthless. Everyone is worth something. But for the broken people that don't know any better, they allow themselves to be put in situations like this. And sometimes they don't even choose. There are people who are forced into lifestyles where they would have never chosen that for themselves, but they can't find a way out, Okay. So when you end up in a situation like Jocelyn's Cabaret because you are broken, unfortunately, in Jocelyn's world, she does have to keep you down. She does. She has to keep her foot on your neck because if you start to believe in yourself, then you understand that you need to move around and that you have no business up under her fucking thumb in the first place. She has to keep your self-esteem low. It's the way a pimp talk to a hoe. A self-respecting bitch ain't finna go out and sell pussy. But a bitch afraid of a nigga that's gonna slap the fuck out of her, a bitch that knows she ain't gonna eat tonight, a bitch that knows she'll get put out with a black eye, oh, that bitch is gonna suck dick. And she's gonna bring the money back. Okay? So, it sucks that there are some people who get caught up in this shit. But imagine us feeling bad for a whole bunch of bitches. Y'all said there are mothers on this show. And that should have been reason enough for them not to go. But something is wrong with their ass. So they done signed up after this woman has had multiple seasons of this show talking to them this way, treating women this way. They done signed up to go down there to be mistreated. And I'm supposed to go stand on the fucking picket line? If that hoe want to be a hoe, let that hoe. The fuck? Who forced those women to go down there? So I hate it for them, but unless they want to change, then they're going to keep on allowing themselves to be subject to shit like this. And I want you to go back to what I said in the beginning. I don't think that anyone deserves this. I don't think that there's any woman here who should feel like she's not worth anything. But until that woman knows it, then bitch, you going to sit up and sell yourself short. Simply put. What self-respecting woman you know standing on the corner selling her ass? You know any? Somebody said, so they're broken, so break them down some more. Yes, nigga. Yes. Yes. That's what you do with a hoe. You break them down. Knock them upside the head. Get your money. What do you do with a hoe? A hoe go sell their body. So I need you in a perpetual state of brokenness. How else would you sell your ass to strangers? Bitch, I need you drugged up. I need you out your mind. I need you beat down. I need you afraid. I need you shivering. All of that. Yes, that's how the cycle continues. Trauma bonding. Give them a little bitty ounce of love, and then you snatch it away. So yeah, I didn't make the motherfucking rules, nigga. I didn't. So once again, the woman in the situation is gonna have to want better. The women down at the Capaway, did nobody tell them to go sign up for that shit? They signed up. They the ones that were interested. You probably don't even know how to sign up for that shit. You want to know why? Because you ain't living like that. Okay. Then went and auditioned and then signed the fucking paperwork. So, like, what the fuck? I'm supposed to be so outraged that Jocelyn is talking to them like that. Seems like to me they like that shit. I think it turned them on. Shit. They like getting bust upside their motherfucking head. Seems like to me. I don't know. Oh. Now, you guys, let's just go ahead and get messy at this point because ain't nothing else going on. All right? Yeah. Now, do you know what a money drop is? Baby, I need y'all to go to that QR code or go to the link tree, however you need to get there, so that you can hit the donate or hit money drop. Yeah, that's how you got to press. And donate. Y'all know it's a lot going on, baby. We need the funding. Okay, somebody said I came just in time. You did. I was telling everybody about the money. I need you to subscribe, follow, donate, all of that. All of that. All right, we're going to be right back, okay? Bitch, hello? Not you back on my line looking for entertainment. Sure, I got you. But if you want to continue to have a raw and unfiltered show, you have to support. Don't become a part of the problem. Your contributions help creators like me pour back into our platforms and grow. This is an independent operation funded by the people for the people. So you gonna invest in a nigga or what?
All financial contributions are non-refundable, and any hoe asking me for a refund getting blocked.
Excuse me. Is this thing on? Shout out to Britney Spears. I see a comment from the audience. It says, and this is from Just in Ice Spice Barb. You said I thought the funding was over. What the fuck are you talking about? Bitch, are you trying to start a union? Shut the fuck up. Ain't no goddamn funding over. The funding ain't never over, and these are perilous times. Where's the motherfucking money? They said, I'm sorry, Millie. Don't be sorry. Be careful. Come on now. You pumping out these goddamn ideas. They said it ain't no sound on Station Head. Baby, Station Head then acted a fool for 5 days in a row. Do you hear me? So let me restart their ass. Just literally always something. Okay, let me restart them. So we are actually about to get into Ice Spice. Shout out to the Ice Spice fan pages. You guys, tomorrow I cannot wait to get into Ice Spice's fashions because she has been doing so well. Paris Fashion Week don't owe Ice Spice a motherfucking thing. Do you hear me? It don't owe her shit. I love how her focus has been on solidifying herself in some of these other spaces, the important spaces, being in the circles, that you want to be in, getting, regarded and commented on and getting write-ups about you from certain outlets. She's doing exactly what she's supposed to do, especially in the midst of all of the controversy that's been going on. So to be able to go over there and kill look after look after look after look, I'm so proud of Icy Pooh. And on top of that, what else did Icy Pooh do? There was something. She started a Twitch. And so remember we had an A&R meeting about her showcasing her personality more? Well, she's been doing so. And I said, girl, okay. So I can't wait to get into that. Somebody said, I don't know, I'm still bored. Well, no, I like what she has going on. But the rebrand, that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Like I told you, I want to talk about that tomorrow because I want to be a little bit more serious today. Okay, we already know that there are certain people in this industry that are protected, right? So there are very important talks that need to be had that get swept under the rug. Case in point, the handicap and the autism digs and the Down syndrome digs and stuff like that. That's taken a life of its own because this was poked at, by who? Put it in the chat. So I get online and y'all look at what the fuck I see. Somebody said, good morning, Barty Gang. How we feeling today? I'm feeling a little down. And they've created an AI version of Ice Spice with Down syndrome. And so they've attached one of her songs. And I'm going to mute it. But they have this version of Ice Spice, singing and, performing, but as someone with Down syndrome. And they said, these the people who making fun of a child who they believe is autistic also. So this has gone absolutely viral. It has 697,000 views and counting. I just saw it go up when I got on here. And this is part of the issue that I had with those things being discussed the way that they were, because it emboldened social media users, the idiots that come online and talk outside of their neck. It encouraged them to get online and do shit like this. And I just feel like that shit is so ridiculous. There's this woman who actually spoke about her thoughts on autism and the comments that were made. And a lot of you guys said I liked her viewpoints. So I'm going to play that for you.
Out of the very abhorrent things that Cardi B has spoken about autistic children this week, I want to make a few things very clear. First and foremost, just because somebody is autistic does not necessarily or automatically mean that they have a cognitive impairment. You can look at cognitive impairments and autism as comorbidities rather than an all-inclusive diagnosis, because they are two separate diagnoses, which is why if you look at the DSM-5-TR or you look in the ICD-10, you will see two different or multiple different ICD codes for autism versus the multiple cognitive impairments. Why? Because they are two separate things. They're not the same. Number two, nonverbal children cannot communicate with you verbally. There's a video of Kenneth Petty asking Papa Bear, how old are you? And Papa Bear said 4. That shows a certain level, to whatever extent we don't know, but a certain level of both expressive language skills and receptive language skills. Receptive language skills being Papa Bear understood what was being asked of him, and expressive language skills is him responding back appropriately. So when his father asked him, how old are you? And he said 4, that show expressive and receptive language skills. So I highly doubt that if you asked Papa Bear what his favorite color was, he would say 5 while you're trying to be funny. Nonverbal children cannot communicate with you verbally, which is why the ergo nonverbal. So they will do grunts, they will scream, they will cry, they will do whatever it is. They will do gestures. They more so use gestures and grunting than anything. That is a nonverbal child. A nonverbal child cannot say how old they are. I don't know what number we on. Moving forward, him banging spoons does not mean that he is cognitively delayed.
Him banging spoons in a video that you just so happen to see, and like it was from like a 3-second clip, is insanity, and to me speaks on the obsession and the stalking. I had never even seen that video before. And no, I'm not going to play it since it's being angled a certain way. But the little baby he had some spoons and he was just clapping them together. Bitch, kids play with spoons and kids play with boxes. Bitch, You'll get kids Christmas presents, spend all this money, be stressed the fuck out, and they be crawling in the goddamn box with a crayon, drawing on the side, talking about they ain't a fucking rocket ship. Okay, chill. And then I just saw someone from the audience say his mother is a musician. Maybe those sounds kind of speak to him. Maybe he likes the sound it makes. Who knows? But that doesn't make him fucking handicapped because he click clack some goddamn spoons, bitch. Child, what? So the whole thing is so stupid. And for anyone to have seen that video, to me, speaks to some type of, imbalanced fixation. Because I had never seen that video in my life. So for it to be referenced the way it was, I was like, child, what? But anyway.
He could be stimming. He could simply be playing. He could be trying to look for a sensory input and output. We do that every single day. There are also videos of Papa Bear walking flat-footed. But you said that he was walking on his tippy toes because you said that to be spiteful. Making fun of children who actually walk on their tippy toes because that's a telltale sign of autism. And you know.
You want to know something? That is so fucking crazy. Because me and my baby brother walk on our tippy toes. Bitch, hello? Somebody said, me too. Somebody said, just love it. Yeah. They said, child, not you autistic, bitch. Do you know somebody was trying to throw a dig at me? And it was like, you got ADHD or you autistic or something. Bitch, I said, what? Fuck you, bitch. But that's crazy because I haven't walked on my tippy toes in a while because I broke my toe. But other than that, I always walked on my tippy toes, and my baby brother walked on his tippy toes. They said Mariah Carey walk on her tippy toes. Child.
Oh, that much, but you don't know enough to say, to not immediately assume that a child who shows symptoms of autism
is cognitively delayed.
Using does not cause autism while you're trying to be funny. And if you are the parent of a child who has autism or children with autism, there is nothing wrong with your child. And they deserve the same amount of respect, courtesy, and love as every other neurotypical child. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing that you did that caused your child to have autism. It is very heavily genetic. It has a heavy genetic component. And they also say some environmental factors as well. And Cardi, I will tell you to go read a book, but the last time somebody way more educated and way more intelligent than you told you to read a book, you told her no. So I ain't wasting my breath on that. You don't even, we know you're not going to read. We know you can't read. You don't even read the lyrics on the sheet of paper that they give you in the studio of the songs that you be reciting that you claim as your own. You just get in the studio and wing it. And we hear it. We hear that. We hear the improv, ma'am. You don't even read them before you even get the paper. They give you the paper and you be like, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And you started this entire thing when you said that A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Matter of fact, you started it back in 2024 when you were subbing Papa Bear because you know your fans like to call him slow. You started this entire thing and you throw rocks and hide your hands every single time. And that's why people hate the Barbs, because the Barbs catch your tail every time and you lie. What you said was so far out of line. I want to see how mothers with children with autism are going to defend you this time. Abhorrent, and it's ignorant, and it's this lack of education that caused a stigma on people, and that's why they don't want to get diagnosed. That's why they don't want to live in their truth. They don't want to get their children diagnosed because of people like Cardi B. But because y'all hate Nicki Minaj, y'all gonna love her. Y'all gonna let her get away with just another horrible thing she has said and done, and y'all gonna let it go under the radar, and y'all gonna stream whatever little streams y'all gonna give her, and that's gonna be that. But this is abhorrent, and you started this entire thing. Speaking that nasty and spewing that much vitriol on a child when you are currently pregnant is wild to me, and it's hubris. And I hope your baby comes out healthy and happy and beautiful like the rest of your beautiful children. They are so beautiful, but their mother has a very ugly spirit. That's nasty. This all seems so nasty and evil because you're nasty and evil. And until you fix that spirit and fix that anger in your heart, you're going to always be nasty and evil. And there's only going to be so many people that are going to continue to defend your foolery. You got them now. But eventually, they gonna get tired of that. And they gonna look back and say, that was jacked up, because it was abhorrent. It's repugnant.
Child, I bet she in church every Sunday and go to Bible study. She is fed the heck up. She is fed up. She cannot believe that this girl went online with that bull crap. Child, okay, I know that's right. I wanted to play that for y'all because I don't feel like she told a lie. And I've said it 1,000 times, but if you needed to hear it again, I don't think that there's anything wrong with your child if they suffer from some type of ailment or if they have to deal with it. Maybe suffer isn't even the right word, but there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with you. And I don't think that you should feel like you need to be ashamed of anything. And I don't think you should let anybody, let alone Cardi B, make you feel like your child is not worthy or that you're facing karma, you know, because your child is going through that. So God bless you guys. Now, child, Portia sitting up acting like she over there getting her pussy licked by a bitch. And I'm just so fucking over her.
So, the people who I'm talking to now, it's just two. I've narrowed it down to two. Okay? And he is nice and she is nice.
You both.
But I really just wanted to make sure that these were normal people. And what I talked about with my therapist the other day was, I'm having a hard time opening up because they're not narcissists. And guess what narcissists do? They love bomb you. They do everything. They look perfect. They mirror you. And these people are not. They're challenging me. They're asking me questions. They're not letting me walk over them. They aren't just doing whatever they need to do to get into the relationship. And so I'm not feeling safe enough to open up yet. And so what I have to do is realize if you want something different, you have to also be different. I have to soften up a bit. I have to not expect a lot of elaborate things and overbombing. I have to expect someone to call me out from time to time. So
Portia said she's having a hard time opening up because they're not love bombing her. So are you saying that you feel like when these people come and inundate you with all this bullshit, that makes you feel like y'all on one page and you can respond to that? But when it's a slow boogie, you having a hard time. Okay, I guess I could see that's how you reach that conclusion because you ex stupid bitch. I don't. You I just sneezed so many times. The truth is being told. Ooh. Yeah. She said these people not letting her walk over them and shit like that. So are you finally having to try and present yourself? And is that why you're having a hard time? Somebody accused Portia of being a glorified escort in the chat. I think that Portia is a beautiful woman. But you guys, I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm not interested in anything relationship-wise with Portia. She told her draws with me when she went to that woman's house and was in her face and then turned around and got no relationship with him. I still feel like Portia, you know, is pretty and shit like that, but I just have never looked at her the same, and I feel like that shit was so fucking low down. It's just never been the same, bitch. So, anything after that, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in her journey in love and da-da-da-da-da. Portia, go to school, go open a business, go do something like that. And I can't promise I'll be interested in that, but I for damn sure ain't interested in her, you know, fucking with a man and a woman and wasting their fucking time. So, any fucking way. This girl 44 years old, and you can decide to live differently or live in your quote unquote truth whenever you get ready. But does anybody believe that Portia really, really wants to be in a lesbian relationship? Like, girl, any fucking way. Lava Blue, I had to do what I had to do. Okay? Like, They said, well, remember Tanya? What did Tanya say? They said if it pays well, she'll do it. Well, Latto was on Watch What Happens Live, and they're saying that it was Big Giselle and Little Giselle. Take a look at the pair. Did that look like that to you? Did they look like that to you? Excuse me. Did it look like mommy and daughter? There were some very shady people. Look at this comment. Look at this. She looks more like Giselle than Giselle's girls do, but she can never be Giselle's daughter with her dial tone personality. Child. There's some people that said that Latto looked older than Giselle. Child. I think that they bear a very strong resemblance to one another. And I do think that she looks like a younger version. Or Latto looked like a cute younger cousin. Or like a cute ass niece. That look like they auntie. That's what she looked like. And like she liked to go chill with her auntie that she looked like. Yeah. It's so crazy how you'll look at somebody and feel like their kids will look a certain way, but once they have their kids, the kids look just like them, but not the way you imagine. So because Giselle has like 3 daughters, I feel like her daughters look like her. I feel like they look just like her. They look like their daddy too, but they look like their mama. So I feel like now, Latto, when I look at them now, I feel like she looked like a little niece or a little cousin or something like that. So I think Giselle is a beautiful woman. I just think that she's tacky a lot of the times, okay? And you know when she's around that other green-eyed fool, Robin, that they be up to no good. They be on that yellow bone bullshit. So I don't like that, but other than that, I like Giselle, and I think she's a beautiful woman, and I think that Latto is a very, very pretty young woman, and yeah, I think they look alike. That was cute. What were we supposed to take from it? That was just a cute thing for Watch What Happens Live. Or what's going on? Child. Well, let's get into this hot take. Let me ask you this. Somebody said we don't care. Do any of y'all still watch What Happens Live? There are so many different shows that have suffered because of the way that television has transitioned. I can't say that I don't fuck with Watch What Happens Live, but I used to watch it all the time when I was flipping through channels and it would be on at, like 9 or 10 o'clock. I used to watch it. Now that Bravo is not even a fucking channel and bitch, I don't be thinking about that. It's a lot of shit that used to come on like on cable that now that we don't have TV structured the same, that I don't see it. I ain't thought no more about it. But when it was easy, right. When Real Housewives would come on and then it would come on right after, then I felt like, okay, cool. And when I say not a channel anymore, I mean like, you remember we had cable and we had channels and then we were able to flip through with one remote and we didn't have to pay for streaming. Do you remember we used to live like that? That's what I mean. Somebody said, I still have cable. Oh, wow. Wow. So this person that watched an episode, they said, not an episode, watch this episode. They said, Latto was a horrible guest on Watch What Happens Live. I felt like she wasn't talking or giving enough energy. If anyone didn't know who she was before, they wouldn't know much about her after seeing her in the show. Ooh, ouch. Let me tell you what happened. Latto went down there trying to act like Mariah Carey. How does one try to act like Mariah Carey? Well, by acting like you don't know people, acting like you so above everything, and like you so damn confused all the time. So they were asking her questions, and she was trying to be elusive, and it did not work for her. Latto just always comes off, unfortunately, so fucking stuck up and prissy. Like, she's so unrelatable when she acts like that. They said Andy got irritated with her. Did he? Because I didn't watch the episode. I just saw some isolated clips. So that's what I took from it when I saw some of these things. I was trying to consider my feelings about Latto as a personality. I don't know her personally after watching these clips. And I was like, and I'm going to ask you the same thing. Do you feel like you like Latto? Do you feel like you would like Alyssa? My answer is, I don't like Latto as a persona. I do not relate to Latto. I don't know what the hell Latto be talking about. Everything seems like an exaggeration to me. And I don't like it. It's just like, girl, please stop. But I think that Alyssa, without all that extra shit, I feel like, yeah, she could be likable. But Latto done always had that raggedy ass attitude. I remember watching her on that little competition series, the rap game. I said if she doesn't win, it's gonna be because of her fucking attitude. Like, it just was so shitty. Let me go to the audience and see what y'all are saying. Giselle OVO said, I feel like Latto is misunderstood. I'd rather support her than Cardi B. Busy B said no. Okay, Maureen says she isn't really relatable. They said, I get the appeal. That's from Exquisite Job, but I'm uninterested. I see 2 no's. DG Mirage said she can choke. All right. Someone else said, I feel like she's talented, but that's it. N8V Barbie said, Alyssa seems like a dumb white bitch. Oh. Let's get on up out of the comment section. Well, let me show you an example of one of Latto's responses. Now, Bravo don't play that shit, so I tried to speed this video up in the hopes that it wouldn't get copyrighted. Cross your fingers, though. Bravo don't play that shit. Go ahead, girl.
Since fans think that 21 Savage was referring to you in his diss song only, can you confirm or deny if you were ever?
How you gonna ask me? I don't know.
Were you two? No, she said, can you confirm or deny that the two of you were ever in a relationship?
I like to keep my private life private.
He says he fell in love with the cheetah print, which...
Who hasn't?
Who hasn't? Okay, all right.
Since fans...
Okay. How did y'all feel about that response? Now, here goes the thing. Watch what happens live. Is it taped live for real? Or is it old? Because I could have sworn that I saw Latto in this outfit a couple of days ago. But let me tell you what the bullshit is. The bullshit is you going on Andy's show and not giving him the drop, but going outside and telling TMZ that 21 Savage is your man. What kind of shit is that? Ooh. Now, get into that tea. You went and set up on a platform where you could have really given that information and framed it how you wanted and spoke to it how you wanted. But you didn't. Mum was the word. They brought up some lyrics, the same lyrics that I brought up to you yesterday. Shout out to everybody that was there for the Sunday show. Go back and check it out if you missed it. But I told y'all about those lyrics, and he said that he had fallen in love with the cheetah print, and then she looked like she was pregnant. But even before the pregnancy rumors, she went outside, and she said she never gets tired of people asking her about her man, her man, her man. That's what she said. And then you saying, how I'm supposed to know? Girl, okay. The playing coy just, it was a miss. It could be a hit or a miss. I think it was a miss for a lot of people. Now, let me get into Andy allegedly getting fed up with her ass. Somebody said they tagged me in the video, and so give me 2 seconds to pull that up. Oh, this the same video I just played. So you feel like in that video he was over her ass because he was like, okay, child, who knows? Andy, why do you walk like that? That's what the fuck I want to know. Now, moving along. Did Latto lie on Ice Spice? Do y'all remember when Latto and Ice Spice took their ass over there to Casa Not String? And Ka was like, how y'all, made this work, basically. And Latto was trying to get Ice Spice to shut the fuck up. She was like, they don't need to know. They don't really need to know that. But Ice Spice went ahead and answered the question. And the way that she answered the question, bitch, it left the impression that Latto's people reached out and was like, let's move forward. And that she accepted, and they did. Well, baby, Latto done told Andy a different story. So, is this part of an orchestrated plot? Are y'all gonna start dissing each other again because y'all feel like that's where the money at? Child, it was hidden for nothing both times. When y'all was arguing and when y'all wasn't.
Let me just hit Latto with the number one question from King of Hot Topics on Twitter. Love seeing you and Ice Spice make peace. How did it happen, and will you be able to work things out with Nicki Minaj too?
Now, why Nicki Minaj's name gotta come up? Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So, okay.
And will you be able to work things out with Nicki Minaj too?
Okay, one at a time.
Yeah.
First one, girls, you know, her team reached out to my team and we was like.
The teams?
Yeah.
And you figured it out?
We figured it out.
Okay.
Her team reached out to your team and y'all figured it out. That's what you said? Okay, hold on.
Well, okay, you can't say who made the first move first or like how it came about.
If you want to, I don't think they know.
I feel like this is for another segment.
How?
She sent me the song. It's Latto's song. It's really, really cute. I loved it. Once I heard it, I was like, yo, duh. I did it. And I sent it back to her.
I like, you know what I do like though? I like how y'all came together and made a track though. Well, okay, you can't say who made the first.
Okay, so Ice Spice said Latto's people sent over the song. She said it's Latto's song. I heard it, I liked it, got on it. But now now Latto is sitting up here saying, child, her team reached out to your team. They reached out to your team with your song? Okay. So I think Latto lying because Ice Spice, first of all, Latto didn't even want Ice Spice to answer the question. Number one. Oh, you can if you want to, but I don't think they need to know all that. Why not? Okay. So nobody asked you. You didn't even have to interject. So she didn't want her to answer the question. But Ice Spice answered it right in front of her face. Did you hear Latto object? So I'm going to go with Ice Spice. I feel like Latto, her ass then forgot about what was said. And so she just like, bitch, I'm gonna go ahead and tell this lie because I want to look like she came to me. Girl, absolutely not. They said Ice Spice team probably reached out to do something and Latto sent over the song. When someone asks a very pointed question, and you've had conflict and they said, how did y'all make this happen? And you sit right in front of them and you relay that story, it don't need to differ. Ain't no damn, they reached out, then she sent the song. It went how Ice Spice just said. So, look, no. Now, what about Nicki?
Okay.
At first I was like,
Okay.
But then I was like,
Okay.
And then, I'm open to, rekindling with anybody.
Okay. You and Nicki you're gonna be back with Giselle's friend Nicki.
Yes, we love Nicki. We do.
I did too.
You did? Okay.
Okay.
Did you hear her answer? I did too. Past tense. I loved her. Ooh-wee. These girls, they never learn. Right, exactly. And it's so disheartening that Latto hasn't reflected enough to use that situation to just do the public one too. Y'all be having too much pride for me. I feel like a boss ass bitch would come back and say, you know what? With age comes wisdom. And maybe I overreacted in the midst of being emotional. But I would love to rekindle something, or not even rekindle because y'all didn't have shit. I would love to be on positive terms with someone that I admired so much, someone that I was such a fan of. I hate that it went where it went, and just move forward and just I apologize and for my role in it, and that's it. You got to be able to do shit for you and not feel like apologizing or giving credit to someone else is taking something away from you. Like, your life will be so much better when you let that shit go. So, I wish that she would use those opportunities to answer in that way versus throwing out the little shady shit that she be throwing out. All right. Well, there was a question about who Latto keeps in contact with. And for everybody wondering about the Cardi B angle, you know, the pussy and the leaked phone call shit, she said, I got a lot of people number and I just be like scared to text them. I text them like congratulations or like happy birthdays and stuff. I mean, Cardi, Mariah, Riri. Child, hello. So these are her name drops. So she said Rihanna told her happy birthday. I don't know about a back and forward like communication, but she did say that Rihanna told her happy birthday. Mariah as in Carrie. Do y'all text back and forth or you send a birthday text? What are you talking about? And then she made it seem like her and Cardi text all the time. So a lot of people felt like, well, maybe she's fine. And they moved past that situation when she was called a pussy 50-11 times. No, babe. She was talking about Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey, babe. That's what people took from it. They said that shit was pre-recorded. Well, last and least, they asked Latto about her Mount Rushmore of female rap. And she said Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Lil' Kim, and herself. Child, okay. They continue to ask that dumb ass question, and I'm so over it. Like, what? Child, they said Barney on any Mount Rushmore is crazy work. Well, child, you can't be Pablo if your work ain't selling. And what's crazier than selling red cups for $25 and having a comment section on live tell you they not buying this shit? Young Miami was on live, and she has a collaboration with Future baby mama. There are rumors that Young Miami has been intimate with Future. Future is Britney's baby daddy. So there were people online saying, what the fuck y'all doing working on anything together? But word on the street is that Young Miami has gotten a new deal. And so her show, Carisha Please, allegedly it'll be on a new platform. I'm hearing it might be on BET. And they just put a show. They have a show coming out called 106 in Sports. So Cam Newton and this young lady are gonna host it. So I feel like they're trying to get, you know, a format together, have a schedule, and try to recreate some of the things that we used to have. Okay, so we'll see. They said, child, BET is the Titanic right about now. Well, y'all get into some of these items.
This is the jersey, y'all, in white. This is a medium. The pants are long enough. These pants have diamonds. It says Hosmat in the diamonds. They got the swishy nylon pant. They have the drawstring.
And let me tell you something else. Young Miami went on Twitter and she was like, I just love my new team. So I think it's something to them rumors that her show has a new home.
And they got the CP logo over here. And they have a trucker hat to go with it. She went to go get the hat. My battery about to die. Hold on. So I gotta get all live. Okay, on my phone. Okay, so hey y'all. So she went to go and get the hat to go with the collab. So if you just joined this live, we're doing a haul for the collab that dropped yesterday. The link is in Carisha bio. And you could go to hosmat.la or go to carishaplease.com and you'll see the link. So this is the jersey. It's unisex. It's for guys. It's for girls. I actually got this one taken in just a little so it could, you know, fit the waist. But it's still, you know, loose, oversized. It also come in black.
Y'all want to know something? This is why I don't be trying to sell y'all anything. And when I mean anything, I mean any old thing. I feel like a lot of this merchandise from these people, it just be thrown together shit. Thrown together shit. That's not, what the fuck would anybody do with this? Be so fucking for real. And when y'all get dressed and y'all go out, y'all don't wear shit like that. And if a bitch had on something like that, y'all would swear to God that they shopped at fucking Rainbow. And look at this.
For real. So we want y'all to see that we really put thought into any products that we put out. Like, we really want to give y'all the best of the best. Like, this was the first thing. This came a long way. So I said, hell no. Like, this is
Child, I applaud Young Miami for trying. And there are also rumors that she got signed to Republic. I don't know. But she has been in the studio lately. But her not having a deal ain't never stopped it before. So anyway, I think it's dope that she's still trying because so many people kind of hide. But they said Von Dutch, child. But I don't like it. I feel like that shit is just some thrown together shit because you need a quick dollar. They said whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. Now let's get into young. I was finna say young Latto, child. Latto and this pregnancy shit. Latto said, I ate too much ragu and ramen. Is that so? What is going on in the belly button area? Look at my mouse. There are some people saying that that's a pregnancy pop-out belly button. That your belly button didn't stick out like that before. And they believe that you may have pushed your stomach in this direction with Facetune or something like that. And they also made mention of the fact that you did not stand facing the front. You did a side shot and then you turned around completely. And you always eating all that bullshit with all that salt and shit on it. Your ass ain't blew up like that before. They said she used whatever Haley was using. They said she wants to announce it. That's why she denied it. Yeah, well, Latto basically implied that she is not pregnant because the speculation that, the speculation was that she was pregnant after performing in Japan in this outfit. So she said she had ate too much food and that's what it is. But I do feel like there may be something to her and 21 Savage becoming more public and this idea that she may be pregnant. Look at the photograph on your screen. I mean, Latto, they don't look like ragu and ramen. They said Japan, okay? Japan. That is exactly what I said. Now, there are some congratulations in order. Ryan, Destiny, and Keith Powers are engaged. Child, they done been together, broke up, got back together, and I am so happy for them because true love always finds its way. I feel like they are a very handsome couple. And down south, we say handsome because you let the man lead and you just group it all together. So that's not a slug at her, just in case you felt like I was trying to be funny. I think she's drop dead gorgeous. So both of them, I just feel like they are so attractive. I feel like their story, what they have given to the public, it sounds really beautiful. And I'm glad that they've decided to make it official and marry one another and commit to one another. Marriage is a beautiful thing when you allow it to be and you work towards it. So shout out to them. They said, I like how they stay private. Yeah, because it doesn't sully anything else. And you get to have conversations surrounding them based on their work. You know? So, child. Now, Justin Bieber sick of these hoes. And look how he looking at the paparazzi. Look at ditzy ass Haley. Look at her. Look at him. Child, one day he gonna click the fuck out. I am predicting that Justin is going to knock one of y'all upside y'all motherfucking head. I think he's going to snap one day and just unleash this white rage and end up almost strangling one of y'all asses. I think y'all need to leave him the fuck alone. Y'all need to give him some space. He's been voicing his frustration for a while now, you know, and asking the paparazzi and trying to physically back them up like, please leave me alone. Why are you doing this? And I just feel like he should be respected. Leave him the fuck alone. They walking around. We don't even have magazines and shit like that no more. So the paparazzi be taking these kinds of pictures. The American people don't give a fuck about shit like that no more. Unless somebody that ain't got no business. Shit don't move how it used to. So you don't even need to follow him because we don't care. We don't care about, you know, we see these people on social media so much that that's not a hot shot no more. So you don't have to feel like you need to follow him around to restaurants and follow him out of the house. And no, you ain't got to do that. Leave all these people alone, really. I could go without. Unless you really didn't happen upon something, you can keep that shit on the camera roll. A mess. You guys, this is Sexy Red over in Japan. She was at a concert. Look at this person with their tongue out, touching on her vagina. Oh, that was a woman. Look at this. You know, somebody in the comment section said I would say something about this, but if this was a Latina, everybody would praise her. So I'm going to be quiet. Well, I can't be quiet. I understand what you mean, but I do think that we still need to be speaking to our community members and letting them know, like, bitch, this is not the play. Why are you in the motherfucking club with a random ass bitch letting her lick on your pussy area and touch your pussy and shit like that? Sexy, come on. This shit is just trashy and trifling and a mess, bitch. This shit is a fool. You need to get up. You need to get up. They said, so the Asians want Sexy Red in Japan. I don't know what they want. I don't know what they want, but I think everybody needs to get up. They said Magic City in Japan, Millie, they on tour. Oh, really? They said, Millie, shut up and let her cook. That's cooking to you? I just want her to come back and focus on her brand. Let me go to her YouTube page and see what them numbers over there looking like, because she has released a couple of things. Let me see. No, just Sexy Red, please.
I love my toes.
I won't be none of that, ma'am. So I'm gonna go to her videos, and then let me see. 2 weeks ago, Is You Cool? 500,000 views. The Making of Fat, Juicy, and Wet 6 months ago, 81,000 views. Hoochie Coochie. But that was a song a lot of people liked, right? 7.6 million. The Bruno Mars record, I don't think it did as well as they thought it was going to do. But with Bruno Mars being such a powerhouse, it was still a hit on his record. But it ain't do shit for him or Sexy Red. And then we got these other little videos. Sexy Red absolutely has faded to the background. And I think she has a lot of work to do. They said the work ain't selling, bitch. Child, that shit is not looking good. I'm not seeing a lot of growth. Her tweets, I'm not seeing the same type of engagement. No. They said they traded her for Glow. You want to know something? That is so crazy that you just typed that up, because I was just about to bring up GloRilla, and I was going to talk about this idea of destiny swapping. You guys, first of all, the internet is full of dumbass hypocrites. Anybody trying to chastise GloRilla for going over there with Chris Brown, I can't really tell y'all apart the way I want to, but y'all have nothing to say to GloRilla in defense of some of the other things that I've seen. That's that. That's that. But let's go ahead and talk about what the internet is talking about. There are some people who are accusing GloRilla of destiny swapping with the rap girls. They feel like she has sat up and studied and just stolen, and now is exhibiting all these traits of some of the other girls, and that child, this is who she is now, coming to take spots. You know what I think? I think that GloRilla was supposed to be up under y'all's thumb. Y'all was supposed to be able to talk about her and count her out, you know, and act like you really was fucking with her, but only as long as she didn't get bigger than whoever she was standing next to. So now that you see GloRilla, you know, on her own, and she's appealing to some people and shit like that, and and she's getting invited places and people fucking with the record, I think that because y'all kind of hot, y'all feel like she's not supposed to be there. But please explain to me who she done swapped destinies with. Because what the fuck is GloRilla doing? Make it make sense. So, I feel like GloRilla she been dressing like this. She just looks different. I think people are more bothered with the attention that GloRilla gets nowadays. For all of the people talking shit from a certain fan base, I feel like that's what y'all are jealous about. For everyone that looks at GloRilla and says, or looks at an outfit like this and says, GloRilla, I don't like it because I don't feel like it's true to you. I feel like it's this forced situation where you're trying to appeal sexually. Then that's a whole different thing. And that's what we can talk about. The whole destiny swapping shit, miss me with that bullshit. So what did y'all think about this look? And what do y'all think about what GloRilla has going on these days? She has a boyfriend. She's kind of been a little quiet lately, but she's been popping out. She was in Atlanta with Chris Brown. Chris Brown brought out Glow, Bow Wow, and Usher. So shout out to everybody that got that show down in Atlanta. Shout out to Breezy Bowl. So I think that GloRilla, the hair, the face, the makeup and everything, and the body, I feel like you look so good. But I do agree with the different people that say that they would rather you put on clothes that you look comfortable in than these $2 hooker ass clothes that you be sliding into. Honestly, I feel like sometimes you can put on something that's meant to appeal and you can end up looking way worse than if you had worn something differently and covered up a little bit more. I just felt like it was nothing left to the imagination. And girl, where the fuck was you going? And then look at it in motion. And then people were asking, what is that in the vaginal area? Is that a tattoo or is that, what the fuck is that? I don't know what she got on her body because that ain't my body. Child. I don't know what the hell. And what's left to the imagination for whoever you fuck with, child? If ass out, you got a thong on, titties, I like everything. If GloRilla was going to a VIP section of a strip club or some shit like that, then I'd be like, okay, it make more sense. But to go on stage and to be kind of walking like she's not as comfortable in the heels, to have an ass out, like pussy belly covered, nipples covered, but like basically have no clothes on. It's just like, girl, I did feel like that was a bit much. I felt like it was a bit much, but I do think she looked good, though. Somebody said she looks gross. No, I feel like she looked damn good. Okay? I think she looked good. I just felt like for what she had going on, it just didn't make sense to me. So, I don't know. Child, GloRilla, she say she in her prime, bitch. They said she was trying to show Chris. They said if Chris Brown invite me to perform, I gotta look good as fuck. But what's good as fuck? I'm glad you said that. Because the only point that I'm trying to make is that good as fuck shouldn't equate to being basically naked. And there we go. And that's all I'm trying to say. Well, I'm not trying to tear her down. I'm not trying to say her body doesn't look nice or anything like that. I'm just saying, girl, did it have to be all of that? Okie dokie. Now, Bia is coming out with her project, and look at the features on this bad boy. So she has Ty Dolla $ign, Key Glock, A$AP Ferg, who goes by Ferg. He don't like being called A$AP no more. Becky G, Denzel Curry, Young Miko, and more releasing this upcoming Friday. You guys, I'm a fan of Bia. I could have named 5 songs easy because I like her music. I think that she's dope as fuck. And she's respected in her industry. And I think that that's so important. And that's why her track list looks like this. That's why Bia can boast, all of these big names and real lyricists that she's collaborated with because they respect her pen. So I'm excited to hear this project. I will be listening to it with you guys. So, yeah. I feel like it's going to be good because her other shit been good. Bia's mixtape was fucking good. So I'm expecting this album to really, really be good. And I'm not going to get consumed with numbers. I'm a quality bitch. So I really, really like her music. Somebody said good luck. I don't need it. And neither does this nigga NBA Youngboy. out to NBA YoungBoy. I get so excited when I see these little videos because he was blackballed for so long, and his fans supported him through and through. And now he's able to go on the road, and they are showing up and supporting him and cheering and rapping his lyrics. And I just feel like that's dope as fuck. And it's just asses in seats, and everybody just having a good time. So I feel like ain't nobody fucking with Kentrell right now. They been not fucking with him, but they not fucking with him. Do you know that Kentrell is on the lineup for he's one of the artists with the most like platinum records ever. Drake is number 1, of course. He has like 80. Maybe I believe he has more than 80, but he has like 80 platinum records entries. And then like Kentrell is on that list. And I'm talking about like up on that fucking list. Well, that nigga is pressure, bitch. And it's not even, is it, I'm gonna find the stat for you so you can see. But that nigga that has worked, and he has amassed so much wealth and streams and sales, every fucking thing, everything. Now you guys, the big question was, and when I say big question, it was big to like a group of ants, because we really don't give a fuck. Okay? So, Latto was performing over in Japan. Take a look at your screen. That is from her performance in Japan. And in one of her songs, she brings up pussy. Okay? Pussy, pussy, pussy. So she starts performing and starts saying, pussy, pussy. She just keeps on saying pussy over and over again. So for the people that have been slobbering for a response, wanting to know if she's coming up against Cardi, babe, they took that and ran with it. Is she saying pussy like that and emphasizing it like that because Cardi called her a pussy, or what's going on? So first of all,
you put it on the floor, pussy, I done turn it out, pussy, like shot it low, pussy, pussy, not a joke, pussy, 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 what's up? Put it on the floor, bitch, that is up, you put it on the floor, pussy, I done turn it out, pussy, like shot it low, pussy, pussy, not a joke, pussy, 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 what's up? Put it on the floor, bitch, that is up, you put it on the floor, pussy, I done turn it out, pussy.
hold on. Cord out of it, and then I had to get a new cord just a couple of days ago, and this shit like that probably why the other cord fucked up and it was staticky. Can y'all hear me? Hello? Okay, thank you. Okay, so she was sitting up here talking about pussy, 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 and everybody was like, oh, is she finally responding to Cardi? Okay, cool. Well, babe, Latto went in the comment section and she has cleared up the whole thing. So she said, well, no. So she said she was not coming up against Cardi B. Let me say this. If you are not the opener for Cardi B's tour, then you have done irreparable damage to your brand. Because at least people will be able to say, it makes sense for you not to turn this into a big issue. I personally believe that she should have addressed this, but in a very clean PR approved way. You don't have to tell somebody down, come at them, call them bitches and hoes to get your point across and to say that you didn't like something and then nah, I ain't going for that. But if you are not at least going on the road with her, and even if you are, I feel like you look stupid because it makes you coming up against Nicki look like something that you could not wait to do. That's why I feel like it does damage to your brand. If it wasn't about, wanting to use Nicki and feeling like you could take her out and come at her the way that you did, why would you not have a problem with someone outright calling you a pussy? Because the truth of the matter is, you should never hear nobody on no leaked ass call or find out that they were talking down on you like that. That's supposed to be somebody that fuck with you? No. And then Cardi B's response was, I was mad. So you was telling the truth? You weren't thinking? And because you don't respect Latto and you felt like she handled something like a pussy, or because you don't respect the way she handled that situation, you threw it out there. You were willing to throw her up under the bus and position yourself above her because you felt like in that regard you were stronger than her, right? Basically, when someone says, I'm not such and such, I'm not a pussy like such and such, what the fuck does that mean? And the cherry on top, the disrespect that was just apparent as fuck, was Cardi B saying that, child, I'm going to just tell y'all what I'm telling y'all and then go buy her a bag, child. Girl, what? Okay, somebody said, I'm not pussy ass Latto. They said that's what she said. Well, Latto is choosing to look the other way for now. Girl, okay. But I feel like don't say nothing else to nobody else. Don't say nothing, bitch. Nothing. Don't want to hear it. Don't give a fuck at all. Like, these hoes are just, ugh. Now, let's get into Billboard. Billboard this week is looking different than it did last week. We want to give a shout out to Shabuzi is still holding on strong. Leon Thomas is coming in at number 11 with Mutt. We love to see it. So many other names. Let me see. Folded, number 18. It moved up the charts. This is Kalani's biggest hit to date. Sabrina Carpenter is still holding on strong. So, okay, check that out. See if you see your favorite. We're going to go to the next set. Okay. Okay. Shout out to Yukon. All right, look at these. Okay, and then to 100. Okay, the reason why I kind of skimmed through that was because I don't care and you don't either. Let's see how far Cardi has fallen down the fucking chart. All right, everybody take a look. So, as of this week, these are all of Cardi's entries. Do you see the minus next to everyone? Okay. So, how much public interest is there going to be in these records by the time she goes on tour in February if 3 weeks in, this is what the Billboard charts look like? The album Am I the Drama came out 3 weeks ago. Here we are now. The biggest record on it was Safe. It debuted, I believe in like 29 or something. Where did it debut? I don't know, but I know it's down 31% now. All right, and then it just goes down from there. So I don't expect these songs to even be on the charts next week because of Big T. Who the fuck is Big T? Taylor. What's going on with Lizzo? Child, that shit about to be off next week with help from no one. Dead. Child, I don't foresee that being on there. Pick It Up, that's at 94. I'm surprised because that's the song I felt like they should have pushed with Selena Gomez. Child, she couldn't even save it. All right, Hello. I feel like the only reason it's kind of hanging on is because of TikTok. Magnet, the JT controversy, but that's the song that people seem to be gravitating towards. And then Pretty and Petty, that's at number 60, and then Safe is at number 43. Safe has a music video, and Kalani, who I just mentioned, is on the chart with Folded, and it still is going down. So let's go ahead and get into what the charts are expected to look like next week with Taylor Swift's entries being a part of the equation. Child, y'all might as well take y'all ass on home. Really, really quickly, Taylor Swift and her album, The Life of a Showgirl, it will debut at number 1 with 3 million units sold in the first week. Did you hear what the fuck I said? 3 million first week sold. Okay. So y'all are absolutely not fucking with Big T. They said that's the superstar. Well, the crazy part about it is a lot of people don't like her album. They said that they are uninspired by The Life of a Showgirl. They said Life of a Showgirl should have sounded like Britney Spears when she came back with her little 1, 2, 3. They said that it didn't have enough pizzazz. But I haven't listened to it, so I couldn't say. But that's what they're saying. And then she did put out a music video for the Ophelia. What's the name of it? Is it The Fate of Ophelia? Something about Amelia Bedelia, bitch. Get on YouTube and go look it up. All right, let's take a look at what the charts are expected to look like next week. Baby, slots 1 through 12. They expect Taylor Swift to occupy all of them. Okay. And the rest of her songs, I expect that they will be on the chart. But she's going to have, bitch, at least 12 top 15 hits off of this project. So what happens when these songs, you know, debut like this and they land on a chart like this? It pushes those other songs down. So when I'm saying I think that those Cardi records that are coming in the 80s and the 90s, that they're going to be pushed right on off the chart, that is what I believe, because that is what Taylor has achieved. Yes. So, child, I think that Big T gonna come through, and that's gonna be it. Okay. They said, well, like 12 and a bonus thing. So how many songs does Taylor have on this project? And is that her whole album sitting right up there? They said she only got 12 songs on the album. Bitch, that's a bad motherfucker. The whole damn album is sitting up there in the top 12, and that's the whole project. Woo! Pressure. They say the whole fucking album charted, bitch. I'm not gonna say that Taylor doesn't deserve her success, but it always comes with this sting, because she's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman in America. Of course she was gonna do that well. Do you know that Taylor's $3 million in a week, that supersedes Cowboy Carter and Renaissance in sales? Like Beyonce worked so fucking hard. I'm not saying Taylor doesn't work hard, but black people gotta work, nigga, to barely scrape the surface. It's crazy. But I have to admit, I am a fan of Taylor Swift. I've been a fan of Taylor Swift since, was she a teenager or was I by myself? When she was singing 15 and shit, I started being a fan of hers then. When you're 15 and somebody tells you they love you, you're gonna believe them. That was my shit. I think she's a really, really, really good songwriter. Now, I'm not an avid, diehard Taylor Swift fan, so I do not know every song. But I like enough of her songs to say I'm a fan of her music, and that I do think she's a good writer. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to give her album a chance and see how I feel about it, today. Do y'all feel like Taylor Swift has grown? The big thing that I took from a lot of the remarks online was that they like Taylor Swift miserable. Is that like they white Mary J. Blige? Or they white Keisha Cole? Where they feel like they want her to be sad because bitches was sounding too optimistic or something? What the hell is going on? If you didn't like her project, why didn't you like it? They say the same thing about Summer Walker. They said they want her sad. There are some people saying she doesn't have any growth, and that's what their problem is. Okay. Well, Cardi B has grown exponentially because she's with child. But none of that growth has stopped her from going to the strip club. Let me see if I can find a photograph, okay? So, brother, let's mute that. So Cardi B was pregnant, child, and down at the strip club throwing ones. Look at her. She looks like she's having so much fun. Okay. You know, do what y'all do. Do what y'all do. Okay, they said she looks bored. All y'all be looking bored to me, but go ahead. So after Cardi B had gone out to the strip club, somebody in the audience said, look at us sitting up there blowing through that budget. Now, y'all know black women, child, they would have got dragged from Ruta to motherfucking Tuda if they had been out at the club, let alone a strip club, pregnant. You know, it's disgusting the way that black women are talked about and treated and ridiculed. Who are some women that have been pregnant that didn't get grace that you can think of? Could you say their names in the chat? I would like to say Rihanna's name. Shout out to Rihanna, because I remember all of the things that they said about her when she was pregnant. They said Sexy Red. All right. They said Beyonce, Summer Walker, Halle Bailey. They said Nicki Minaj. Who else? They said Cash Doll, Flo Milli. Somebody said Flop Millie. Yikes. Keke Palmer. They said Young Miami. They said Saucy Santana. Thank you for your participation. That'll be all. Thank you, audience. Thank you. Please sit down. Don't answer no more. Thank you. Thank you. So anyway, all those black women and that man that y'all just named, and Rolling Stone decided to do a fucking spotlight on Cardi B. Look at this. The backlash to Cardi B's pregnancy is rooted in old racist ideas. Do you know how many people hit me up and were ready to just throw up? Who just were sick and tired of being sick and tired. They said, where does this shit fucking end? Where does the industry protection end? Where does the bias end? And when do black women finally get protected? Where can they be protected? When are they finally going to get protected? They said all of the black women that have been torn to shreds, ripped limb from limb, and y'all do a spotlight on a fucking racially ambiguous woman who doesn't identify as black. She will correct you. She is not black. She's Dominican. She's not black. So she set up and said she's Afro-Caribbean, whatever that fucking means. Okay, she said she liked to date black men that are outside of her race. An old Twitter page that allegedly belonged to her sister says she no black, she no mix at all. Child, hello? Y'all literally go and put this racially ambiguous woman on the front of this article, and she just so happens to be pregnant by another man while she's married to the other man. And y'all are talking about backlash to her pregnancy is rooted in old racist ideas? Bitch, spare me. Are y'all okay? Like, they said black fatigue. So a lot of people were disgusted with this article. They said, man, rooted in old racist ideas. No, it's because it's trashy behavior, no morals, low brow, and the same grace would definitely not be extended to an actual black woman. Stop the mess. Why are you all constantly protecting this person? What is wrong with y'all? Because her career and what she promotes keeps black women in last place. That's why. Because you sit up and you repeat these spells over your life and talk about how you ain't shit and all you worth is basically selling your ass and popping pussy all goddamn day. And they need you in a perpetual state of fucking confusion. They need her to tell these things to you. They need her to get up and behave like this. So your ass can behave like that and they can continue to call you a fucking degenerate while she lives in a mansion somewhere and her kids in private school and can't even listen to the shit she be rapping about. The hell yo child, why? Okay, they said, why y'all didn't post this about Summer Walker, Halle Bailey, Keke Palmer? And you guys listed a lot of different names, but y'all named those black women as well. Why didn't y'all do a write-up about all of the different black women that have been tormented throughout their pregnancies? Child, pay more. Someone in the audience said Latina fatigue. Please put a 1 in the chat if you are experiencing Latina fatigue. Now, it's Monday, right? If you need to catch up on the show that we did yesterday, shout out to everybody that participated. I love you so much. If you need to get into what we talked about yesterday, then go watch that episode. But we talked about JT and her song and the reaction to it and the fact that it had been leaked by academics and then, put out and then removed and just a whole bunch of confusion. So here we are on Monday, and I want to know how y'all feel about how JT is looking in this battle right now. There was some speculation that this was all a ruse, because JT has been relatively quiet. The songs got removed from streaming platforms. They appear to be available on some platforms and not available on others. I'm no longer even seeking it out because it's such a clusterfuck. But there are some people who felt like it could have been fake. And then there's some people who feel like maybe she's too embarrassed to come and speak. What are you guys thinking about it right now? And let me tell you what I got to say at this moment. That it's very unfortunate, once again, that you weren't in control of those 2 records. The first mistake was academics getting a hold of it and him being able to put it out the way that he did because it did not run traffic to your platform. So even by the time JT had put it on her YouTube, the views were abysmal because it was nobody was going over to listen to it. They had already listened to it in full, both songs. So I felt like that was a missed opportunity, and it created the illusion of a lack of interest. Do y'all remember how bad they said Soul Plane did, but everybody in the hood had a copy of Soul Plane? It was like that. Like, everybody heard it, and y'all know she did a good job. But because it didn't perform a particular way commercially, y'all gonna run with that. Like, bitch, go on. Go on. Because she did do a good job. Well, at this point, I think that JT is looking crazy. And what's unfortunate is she looking crazy because she's been failed. She was failed by her team. Whoever didn't have a hold on everything failed you. Okay. And then I feel like they're not going to give her a certain type of acknowledgement. And that sucks. When you got people like Joe Budden saying, I'm not having JT come on my platform, that's stifling her. Because now she can't even promote a particular way if it means that she's coming against the person that the industry has decided to protect. So what the fuck is she supposed to do at that point? They said even the team calling Joe for an interview was a mess. They said no hook has been removed from Spotify. They said the problem is this new generation only looks for numbers. Diss tracks off an impact, not numbers or commercial success. Right. Now, I do see a comment from the audience. They said both songs have been removed. So is there any platform that still has JT's records on it? And then let's get into what AI says. AI is running around telling people, and what I mean is when you go online and Google something to the effect of why have JT songs been removed from from streaming platforms, the fucking AI is coming back responding with they believe a cease and desist was sent out. Tasha K even went and made a post and said that she had heard that a cease and desist from Stefan's camp, okay, had been issued, and that's why the songs have been removed. JT has been quiet, so we don't know what the fuck happened, and I think that in the interim, she looks crazy. But then there's another side to that. Somebody in the audience said people are turning on Cardi because of the songs being pulled because they're under the impression that she had them removed. I think that your algorithm is set to the things that you're interested in, and that's why you are seeing a lot of that. It's because it exists, but also because that's what's in your shit. I don't think enough people have a response to JT shit for it to matter, unfortunately. I feel like they have literally pushed her up under the fucking rug, not giving her a chance. I feel like they have been completely biased, and they're trying to make her feel like she needs to be embarrassed or ashamed of the record that she put out. Were they really trying to like play on her head top? Have I seen a lot of people fucking with it and saying she did a great job? Yes, I have. But there are a lot more people, in my opinion, that have written her off. And then they say TikTok is standing with JT. Okay, shout out to TikTok. Shout out to TikTok, okay? But what did Cardi go do after she left the strip club? Baby, after Cardi B left the strip club, she went and laid in the bed, put on a little lace spaghetti strap shirt. She told her baby in her belly that it was a motherfucker that was gonna get evicted. because she had shit to do. And she said that she spent JT streams in the club. She said, bitches got 25,000 streams. I spent $25,000 in the club playing on her head top. And then she said, maybe you'll finally get that feature you've been wanting, bitch, since you came at me, bitch. Now she talking about Nicki. Okay. They said Cardi is weird because Stefan's other baby mama was hosting at the club that Cardi went to last night. Was anyone attacked by a group of men? Child, y'all better watch the doors. And JT already has a feature with Nicki. You mean like a feature on her own record or what? Girl, bye. Let's go ahead and get into Cardi B on Instagram taunting JT.
They keep saying, let's get active, baby. What? Spend a bitch fucking streams in the club. 25,000. Spend your fucking streams in the club, bitch. Hating ass bitch, ungrateful ass bitch, I don't care, man, somebody gotta say it ass bitch, fake friend ass bitch, a clown ass bitch, on the neck, kick your friend while she down ass bitch, your loyalty depends who you around ass bitch, that door hole.
You forgot the word?
You been trashed since birth. Mama didn't want you, Brenda's baby ass bitch, tail wagging ass bitch, bottom feeder ass bitch. Still ain't get no feature ass bitch. You might just now. You might just get one now. Or that dick riding you be doing.
Oh, wow.
Never gave the just started getting dressed ass bitch. Should've asked me, would've took you to the show, little bitch. Face pretty, I know I could probably win a pageant, baby.
Now, let me tell you what happened that was really, really comical. Cardi B got a message, and they said, turn that shit off. We own that. Yes. They sent her a fucking, she got a DM, or she got a text or something. Hold on. Station head then ended again. That is sick what they're doing. What are they doing? Not enough, apparently. So let me restart their ass again. But yeah, she got hit up and she acknowledged having to turn the music off because she did not own it. Give me 1 second so I get station head back up. I know. It is so annoying. Station head is acting so crazy today. But all I said while y'all were gone was that Cardi B actually acknowledged that she had been contacted and that she could not play her own music because it's not her own music.
If it's good and have me acting crazy. Oh, shit.
Look.
Okay. Damn. I can't even play my own fucking music and motherfucking on live. They was about to cut my live off.
Oh, yeah, how do you even know that's just your shit?
Right, like Atlantic, damn. Atlantic say I want all the coins.
Right? Yo, they be like, do you know this
It's been 7 years.
How you gotta prove you?
Right.
Girl, you got
They said turn that shit off. You will be performing on stage. Get ready for that. Okay, like, yikes. And then Atlantic want all their coins. But you the one rapping on the damn song. Where your fucking coins? Bitch, hello?
Fucking a bitch fucking streams in the club is crazy. Bitch.
What's your favorite song?
Then she go back to talking
My
shit.
favorite song? It depends, really. It depends on the mood I'm in.
I said song.
Song right now, Magnet.
Nice Guy.
Nice.
And
the one nice guy and the one I like. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
My two favorite. You know I'm a lover girl. So
Yeah.
Like, I'm a little thug at heart. And this the one. Check please.
Check. Oh yeah.
Check please. Is
I had that song for a
nasty.
long time. I did that.
You got into a crazy video. For
Yeah,
that.
this baby need. I got one more. I got one video in me before this baby come out.
No,
As this baby
you need that baby out.
You need to come the fuck up right now. Eviction notice, motherfucker. Get the fuck on now.
Oh wow.
That's what I'm saying. You need him out because you gotta pop shit for that one.
Mm.
Yeah. But check please is short, so let's give him like a cute content.
They keep saying, let's get active, baby.
Child, a mess. A mess. So I'm actually about to post this flyer. Somebody just DM'd it to me. Well, you already know somebody. Shout out the name. But the accusation is that Cardi was at Starless last night, and that one of Steph's baby mamas was down at Starless doing a hosting that was widely promoted. So there's no reason why she shouldn't have known that the woman was going to be doing a hosting down there, basically. So give me 1 second. So this is the flyer. Starless presents the Coco Club. Okay, Star Tender Sunday, October 5th. That was last night. A birthday celebration for Yummy Yellow, hosted by K Benji. K Benji. So, Cardi, why would you be down at a club where his alleged baby mama is down there hosting? That's fucking weird. Let's go pull up her page, Sean. They said K Benji. Followed by Young Miami. Child, these bitches stay weird. Child pregnant as she wanna be. So she already had her baby. On September 9th, she said 3 months with my baby girl. I got my bestie for life. So that means that the baby 3 months old. She already had her baby. So these are just photos from the pregnancy. So allegedly, child, this is one of the children that Stefan had this year. But not allegedly. She was hosting at Starlet's last night, and that's what the fuck Cardi. Look at this baby. Look at this beautiful baby that looked like that man. Child. Look at this baby. And then look who in the likes. Young Miami. Who knows with the way that these people move, and this the picture they use for the flyer. Who knows with the way that these people move, if Young Miami and her met after the fact and bonded or whatever, I don't know. But once it's been made clear that y'all have been having sex with the same man, I feel like, bitch, ain't no fucking friendship. Even if we don't have no issues and I say hey to you and it ain't no plex, we don't need to fucking kick it, and I don't need to follow you on Instagram and be liking your posts. That is fucking weird as fuck. What kind of shit is that? Because I don't think that women need to be going back and forth behind no nigga. But, bitch, that don't mean y'all need to be buddy-buddy either. Like, who the fuck? What the fuck is that? But these girls don't really be friends anyway. And I can't speak to Young Miami and that woman, but there are a lot of people in this world, they just want to keep tabs on you. You probably have someone in your life that don't fucking like you, but they want to know what the fuck you doing all day, so they stay on your phone, bitch, calling you so that they could try to stay a leg up, you know? You just never know. People are weird. Fucking weirdos. They said monitoring spirits is what the fuck it is. That's what's going on. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Well, you guys, this is the end of the road because I wanted to make sure that we did a show, and I didn't want to have you guys waiting all day. So it's fairly early. Maybe something else will happen and we can come back outside. But if not, then I'll be outside tomorrow with you guys, okay? We're going to try to do our 5 for fucking 5. Somebody said, oh my God, no. We was outside for 2 hours. That shit be flying, huh? I appreciate you guys so much. Look. Now y'all asking me questions. Did you see Wendy Williams' cover? I'll see it tomorrow. Okay? Y'all make sure that y'all go and donate. And there are 2 movies that's gonna be streamed today. So I'll go get the information for that and make sure that it's up on the website so that y'all can see for some family time. But thank you guys so much. Little black girl, you are beautiful. Little black boy, you are enough. The shit gonna get hard, but never forget that if we stick together, we can get through that shit. You guys, please make sure that you go to Linktree. You can go to Linktree /Milagro Grams, or you can just hit this QR code, take your phone, take a picture, and go to it. But go to Money Drop so that you can donate. It's a one-time donation. Bitch, we need that money. I need you to get on it. Don't act like you don't hear me. Okay. Get into it. They said Cardi and Ken responded to having JT song removed. Is it something that they responded to just now? Because they ain't said nothing worth a damn, regarding it all weekend. So, I mean, what the fuck? Hold on. They said that there are allegations that Cardi and JT working together to try to drum up some type of interest in both of them. Child, I'm so over the whole fucking thing. Yeah, I don't really see people talking about nothing I really give a fuck about. And this whole JT situation has been fumbled so bad that I'm over it. It was a missed opportunity. I did like the song. Both of them were cute, but I did like one more than the other one. But all in all, missed opportunity, and I feel like baby is looking crazy right now. Simply put. And I hate to say it. They said the leak messed it up. Yeah. So I don't know. They said the moment is over. Yeah. And then she was never gonna get a fair shot anyway. So the whole thing fucked up. But that leak definitely didn't help. They said it wasn't a leak. JT team gave him them fucking songs. Well, if they did, that was a dumbass fucking decision. Okay. Them songs should have been on her fucking YouTube page and on streaming platforms. That's it. So that when anybody said, well, where can I go hear it? They should not have had to go to Academics. Academics got all the traction. That shit was viral as fuck. So they said Academics said he stole it. Child. They said it's not the leak. It's her not standing on what she said. What is it that she said that you feel like she's not standing on? What do y'all? What was JT supposed to do? I think she should have at least addressed the fact that it got taken down. Even if it was in this real light way. Like she could have said something like, bitches ain't stopping nothing. I'll be back. Anything. Girl, what happened? Yeah, I don't think she should act like it didn't happen because it looked crazy. I think now it just looks stupid. Everything just looked like it was for nothing. Like it was in vain, basically. So that shit looking real crazy right now. Real crazy. And this is the Wendy Williams cover somebody was asking me about. She was on the cover of New York. Wendy Williams one side. She don't know how much money she got. She don't know what the fuck going on and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Do you know who really, and then I'm finna go for real. Do you know who really disappointed me? Fucking Doechii. I saw a video of Doechii performing in the past week. Do you know that she took her top and pulled it down and exposed her breasts? Just on some dry shit. Was literally just performing and then just pulled her top down and showed her titties. I said, girl, hello? Yeah, I did not like that because it's just like, girl, you are so lost in the sauce. You couldn't go anywhere and not hear Doechie's name a little while ago. And now, bitch, you don't hear it nowhere. You don't hear it nowhere. So, I just think that her whole career and everything associated, it's a mess. Everything is looking crazy, crazy, crazy. They say that's because it was all bots. I don't know. But I appreciated you guys today, and we'll be back tomorrow unless something big happens today, okay? Bye.